Hi. Um, I think today I'll just talk a little bit about sensory issues. I don't really recall the difference of when I was young and the way it is now. It's pretty much about the same. The hearing, I can hear it when I'm in a store or restaurant or something. I can hear it's like everybody's talking at the same volume, and it's hard to kind of pick out, what you want to hear if you're talking to somebody. Um, so that seems really overwhelming. Um, uh, and my hearing is really the most sensitive as far as not liking, uh, because I can hear everything like really loud. Uh, and I'm kind of used to just the way I normally hear. But if something comes across and it's extra loud, it's like I'm putting my hands over my ears. Um, so that's not really anything different than it used to be. It's still that way. Um, Now the visual sensory things, I really enjoy a lot of that. I enjoy the flashing lights. I'm like drawn to look at it. Flashing lights or anything that's like moving or it kind of has a pattern to it. Even those things you see going when you're going down the road, you see these little uh, they're balloons that they blow air in, and it's kind of like it'll start. The air will go so far, and it'll go a little farther, and it's kind of like it's dancing. I'll sit there and I watch the how it goes. It's kind of what I mean by a pattern. Um, uh, well, I like these things too. I mean, they have the flashing lights. That's really, I love these things. I can't really see it too good as far as the flashing lights go, but anything that is visually stimulating, I enjoy it. Uh, Flashing lights, uh, when we was growing up in the early '80s, it was like everything was disco, and the lights are like wow. uh, but as far as taste, I enjoy. I decide whether I like or don't like something to eat by the texture. It's not so much how it tastes. Um, it can taste wonderful and have a texture that I don't care for, and I won't like it. Um, so that's more texture. And like clothes. I remember when I was young, and you wore them little dresses, and they had lace and everything, and it just felt like it was so scratchy, and I always wanted to get out of those. Uh, and even now, I'll very rarely be seen in anything other than a cotton shirt and blue jeans. But and when I do dress up, it's kind of like I still want to kind of be more on the softer side as far as clothing. When I go to the store and I'm looking at clothes, I catch myself kind of taking and feeling all the clothes. Uh, so yeah, it's just kind of it's about the same now as it was then, and uh, and when a child is having sensory issues and they go in an environment where they're already uh, overly stimulated by the things around them that they're trying to. Uh, it just makes everything else so much harder. I remember in school, uh, a lot of times I spent think so much of my energy on just trying to absorb everything around me. All the kids talking, the lockers slamming, and that kind of stuff took so much of my effort. It was like the academic part was the least of my concerns. Uh, I mean, I didn't make bad grades, but I think it would have been a lot better if I didn't have to be so overly, um, concerned with things like the sensory issues and the, so yeah, I hope that helps. And I want to thank everybody too for their kind comments and their subscribing, and I really appreciate it, and I do hope that this helps somebody. I'm kind of thinking now on maybe talking about what was it like to get a diagnosis in my 40s. Maybe I'll talk about that next time. Thank you, and bye.